welcome back to another video. Badges of mine, I'm Blake992, and today we're gonna do a little bit of an editing tutorial. Somewhat, not really. It's somewhat. I'm just gonna show you what I do. This is mainly for school. This is somewhat of a school project to show the multimedia classes what I'm doing, but I'm also gonna upload this to YouTube. So if you're seeing this and you're not from where I live, then hi, we're doing an editing thing, and you can watch it if you want. Cool. But I figured today I would just go through like how I set up my videos and what they look like at the end in case you're curious, and just so I can show them how to edit because we're starting videography. Well, I'm going to start off a little bit. Here is what I use to record. So right now I'm on the camcorder, and then I am recording the screen here, and then on my second monitor over here I have Audacity. Can I pull this over? Yeah. So this is what it looks like when I'm recording. You can see my voice there at the top there. So that's pulled up on my second monitor, so I know I'm recording and everything's good. So I just press the little record button, the red button right there, if you see that. I press that to record, so I'll click that. Then I'll click the camcorder to start recording the face cam. And then I'm going to clap a couple times, just so you get those audio spikes in the thing. If you see here, there's those big audio spikes. Easy to line up audio. And then I'm going to hold down Alt and click. Say 1, 2, 3, click, and then press F9, and then it uses NVIDIA Shadow Play, which will record my monitor, and then I'm going to sync that up with the camcorder and the audio. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, something like that, and then I'm just gonna sync that all up in editing. So that's what I do to start recording something. So now you're going to take it into editing. I use Vegas Movie Studio 13 Platinum. So I'm going to show you a usual gameplay video on how I do a usual gameplay video. I'm going to show you how to do that and sync it all up, and then how I do some of the edits that I do, and then I'm just going to skip and show you how it turns out in the end. So first off, here we go. So I actually need to open the stuff. You can go to open and just drag it all in, but I like to just go down here and find the videos, which they're usually in here. That's the drawing I have to do for a fan, if you're wondering why there's a picture of a girl in here. Okay, so this one's a bit awkward. So what I'm going to do is just drag all these onto your timeline and click yes, and that will make it 1080p, 60 FPS. You don't really need 60 FPS because I'm not going to upload in 60 FPS. You would if you're going to upload in 60 FPS, but I'm not going to, so just drop it down to 30. So with this video, my camcorder, it might do it now. It might do it in like a minute, okay? It might just do it right now just to be funny. But it cuts out the camcorder. My camcorder says something about write speed, even though I'm recording in 1080p 60 FPS on the camcorder. And it says it has something to do with write speed, even though I've been using this camcorder ever since I got it in the same way. So I don't know what that's all about, and it's annoying. But then I just click record again and then slap some more to sync it up with that audio, and that audio is already synced with the gameplay, so it's all fine. So I'm going to show you how to do all that. So there's some clips here that are messed up, otherwise it would just be a full-on clip. Well, it would still be these two because it makes a new file after like 16 minutes, roughly. So yeah, so this is the gameplay and the gameplay audio. When you press the Alt F9, it records the game audio, so you don't have to worry about that. And if you're doing collab and there's other people's voices on Skype or something, and then it records their audio as well. So you want to make sure that they're louder than the game is, and you want to make sure that's all set up before you actually record. So we need to line up all this stuff. So here's the audio, the Audacity that I pulled up on the monitor, and then this is the camcorder, and then this is the camcorder audio coming straight from the camcorder without using like an external mic. So it's crappy audio, and that's why it's like super loud and messed up. So we need to like go here, and we need to sync all this up. So as you can see, you need to sync up these claps, which is the best way to do it. So you see these 3 claps here, and you can see that this kind of somewhat lines up. So you want to zoom way in down on it, and you want to get real close, and you want to make sure that's lined up as best you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's where you can see the claps at. As you can hear, it's really bad audio. 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's lined up, and then this is where the camcorder cut out. So you need to drag this over, and this needs to line up. So you need to go here, zoom it in, try to get as close as you can. And that's pretty close. It's actually quite right, so I'm not even going to worry about it. The next one probably won't be lined up that well, though, unless that one's already fine. It should be, actually. I know this is where it cut out at. Okay. So I'm going to go here, and it ain't going to line up perfectly, so you need to press U, which will ungroup these 2 tracks, the audio and the camcorder, so that way you can move it freely without it just stopping at certain points. So you can move it freely, get it lined up right, and then you want to grab this, and you want to line that back up. You'll see that little blue bar there. Group those back together, and that should be lined up. Frickin' camcorder. Jesus Christ. Alright. So that's all the audio lined up. So you don't need this track anymore because this is the crappy audio. So I don't need any of that. So you can ungroup all that. And then you just want to go to D. You want to select all this, press G to group it all together. And then there you go. All your face cam and your microphone audio is lined up. Now it looks a bit weird because of all this gaps and that, because the camcorder cutting out. I'm sorry, but that's just how things are right now. So then you want to drag it over. And I like to have the face cam on top, obviously, because you have to layer it. So you want to make sure the face cam is actually a face cam and not filling the whole screen. So you want to go to your crop here. And then if you click this drop down menu, I have all these presets. So square face cam is what I want. And this is actually what it looks like here. So it's cutting out that side. But you can just move all this and like make it yourself. I figured out the proper way to do it. And then I saved it as a preset so I can have it every time. That way the face cam is the right way. And you just want to press Control C to copy it. You know how to copy it. Or I can click here and click copy. And then I want to go here and right click on these and click Paste Event Attributes. And then it will give that to each of these because those ones are still not the same way as that clip is. So just Paste Event Attributes, it'll go the same way. So all of them are the same. You can just go on each of these separately and do the same thing, but it's a bit faster to do it that way. So after that, you want to go over here to I guess I don't have it come up. Hold on. I need that. Okay, sorry. You'll come over here to track motion, which is the greatest thing in the history of mankind. So I have another preset for this, which will be top left, which basically all it does is move that square to the top left. I also have a top right one in case the game needs it there. If it needs it at the bottom or whatever, then I can just move it freely if I need to. But I have that preset, so boom. Nice and quick. The face cam's already up in the corner. Then you have your game here. So now you need to actually sync up the game and the game audio to the actual face cam. So we'll do that by this. So go here. 1, 2, 3, click. As you can see, that's where I start the recording of the game. So I'm going to turn down the in-game audio a bit there. Then right here, the click. That's where I press the button to start recording the thing. So now we need to check it, and I would press this to make it come up on the second monitor. You can't see it, but it makes it full screen on the other monitor so I can see real close. Then I'm gonna go here. Good to go. 1, 2, 1, 2. As you can see, 1, 2. As you can see here. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's way off, so you need to go here. I think it needs to be dragged this way. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's pretty close. That's somewhat close. So I'm not gonna worry about it too much about making it perfect for this thing. But I don't need that no more. So then I'm just gonna go and press Command A, select everything, and group it all together. Now everything is grouped together, everything is synced up, you're ready to start making your video. But first I want to cut all these in half, because if I let's say I cut out the beginning here. Okay, let's say I cut out this whole beginning part here, and I want to cut this all out. All those are grouped together. So when I cut that, it's going to cut all of it. And you don't want that. So what you want to do is you want to separate these into pieces. So you want to go here. You need to do it on either side here. Just cut these, ungroup that, and then group it with this. So all that is grouped together. Then you want to cut it here. And you want to ungroup this piece. And you want to group all of this together. So that way they're all separately. That way nothing gets deleted on accident when you're editing it. So actually the video starts on this part over here.
Welcome back to that video. Welcome back to that video.
That's where it starts at, right there. So I don't actually need any of this beginning part. So you can cut all that out. And press and cut all that out. So then you can drag this all the way to the beginning. So now that's the beginning of your video.
Welcome back to that video.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little fade in. So I clicked fade at the bottom there. And I'm going to fade it in a minute. So boom.
Welcome back to that video, badges. My name is Blake and Jew.
So that's the intro to the video. And then I'm going to show you how I do some of the quick edits. So I'm just talking on here. So this part here, I want a little bit more of a comedic effect. So I'm pressing S, which will, if I press S, it just splits it right there so I can cut this out. So I press Command X to cut, and if I press F, it puts it together. That way I don't have to drag it myself back together. So it does it itself, which is a lot faster. So if, let's say I'm cutting a bunch of stuff up, let's go boom, 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 boom. And I can just go real quick. I'm just going so fast, it looks like I'm typing, okay? Because I'm using all the shortcuts. So let's say I want this part.
We do what we do best. We don't actually do it the best, but still, you know what I mean.
So that's the part where I want to do that, and then I'm going to bring it back. So this is the part where I'm just like that. So I want to cut the in-game audio. I'm going to press Command-Shift-Q, make a new track. I'm going to drag that part up and I'm going to press that and restore it so that way it's a full screen track. I can't do it on this track because of the track motion on that track, so it's going to put it to the top left. So I need to have it on a separate track, so I just always have that on like a track above it. And then I'm going to do a little track motion to zoom it in on my face. So that's not actually necessary, but I'm going to do it like this. So you go here, when you do this, pop this open again. You see this timeline down here. This is actually the track motion timeline, which will make it where you can move things very smoothly across the screen and that. So I'm just going to go to the very end. I just click the very back part here, which will put it at the very end itself, or I can just, select the very end. And I'm just going to drag it to the spot where I want it to end up at, which will be roughly in there. I'll just do it pretty random.
We don't actually do it the best.
And if you watch that, it zooms in on my face. So that's how I do that edit. And then just a random spot. If I do the other edit where I just pop it up a little bit, I'll go like this and just do it like that. And then you go on through, you cut out silence, you can add in sound effects. I would just add in a sound effect underneath this. If I add up in another clip, I would do it above, but we're not going to worry about that. But anyways, I'm going to cut over here, go to projects, and I've already edited this video, and this one already went up. So if we go here to Mr. Shifty, and this is what the video actually looked like to when it was done. So this one isn't as highly edited as some of the other ones are, but this is kind of what it's like. So these are all like the face cam getting big. And then if you go down here, you're like, well, what's all this? This is the outro that I have. And I throw end cards over it in YouTube itself, so there's nothing like in the middle here. I throw a little like little saying from like something relating to the episode. So it's called Mr. Shifty. That's what the game's called. So I call it Shifty Shifter is what I said at the end. I say little weird things like that at the end. And then I do a little fade out with the text here. That's what the text is. And the whole thing fades out. And this is the outro song. And it cuts in towards the end. And then it gets louder.
Down below, and I will see
If you've
you
never
guys
seen one of my videos.
Have a good day, guys. Woo!
And then it goes to the outro. And then it just ends up fading out to the very end. But that outro, I don't make that every time. If I go to open, it's usually already right here. But I have it in a folder. And it's just the current outro. And then I just throw it in here. And what I have to do, okay, we'll just cut this out. I won't cut out the actual words because I don't feel like writing those again. But the words won't be there. So here's this. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go to, because there's this black here because that's where the audio builds up. So I'm gonna go to where the actual clip starts. So this is roughly right there. I'm gonna ungroup it. I'm gonna cut out the top part, group it back together, and I'm gonna go here, drag this down to the bottom, and drag it in. And that's where the audio goes in. It is already made to fade in and everything, so I don't have to actually do that myself in this. And then I would like make the text by going here and go to text media, and I can edit the text and make it whatever I want. I go with the font impact, and then I just make it the size and put it across the top, and then I fade it out. That way it fades out with the actual thing itself. That way it all fades out together and looks like it's made in with it. Then at the end of all that, I would go to make movie. I can upload it straight to YouTube or Facebook or whatever I want to, but I don't do anything like that. I actually upload it on YouTube's website. It's a lot easier, and I can have a lot more control over what I do before it actually goes up. So I'd like save it in my hard drive, and I'd go to MP4, and it says right here 1920 by 1080, and it should also save it in 30 FPS. Then I'll just click next, and it'll start rendering. But there's advanced options if I need it for a certain video, like my short film and that. I uploaded that in 60 FPS, so I can go here. This is just as the preset I have, which is internet 1920 by 1080 30p, which is 30 frames per second. Let's say I want something different. I can go to customize template, and I can actually change the frame rate to 60, click OK, and then I can render it. But I usually don't do that just to save time, but eventually I probably will do it for every video. But for right now, I only do it on special videos. So yeah, that's not really like an editing tutorial, really. That's more of just showing you what I do, and I do this almost every day. But anyways, I hope you guys liked that video. If you did, drop a like and subscribe to the comment down below, and I will see you guys tomorrow in the video. Have a good day, guys. Woo!